Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I don't know why I started that way. Anyway, hey guys, today's video is going to be a tutorial of another Christmas ornament. And hi, my name is Nikki. I keep forgetting to introduce myself. My name is Nikki and this is Pig Loves Mouse. And today we are going to do a tutorial for this ornament right here. It was kind of like a trial and error because I didn't really have a plan for this one. And I wanted to copy this one pillow that I saw in World Market, but I ended up forgetting that that was a rectangular one, and then I created this type of roof instead, which it turned out pretty good as well. I'm not completely happy with how I did the windows. I probably could have done them a lot better because you can see this one is a little weird looking, but overall I think if I didn't rush through it because I just really wanted the video to come out on Friday, that I would have gotten it done sooner. I mean, not done sooner, done cleaner and a lot better, because this could have totally been surface crochet the windows like I did with the wreath. I think I did a better job with the wreath and the roof. I did a better job with the snow on the roof. So, and the back is just plain. So this is a really quick tutorial, a really quick project to do, much quicker than the last two I did, and much less, I would say much less sewing, because I did crochet these two pieces together, the front and the back, and all I had to do was sew the door on. So there's really not much sewing, it's more just surface crochet, and this is all chaining. So yeah, I will see you in the tutorial itself. Hey guys, so in this video I have a little bit of a different lighting setup. So I got an Amaran. Wait, I'm trying to remember. I'm looking at the box over there because I'm trying to remember what brand I got. So I got Amaran 60XS. So I got two of those because I was reading online on what lighting to use, and I'm always filming at night, so my lighting is a little bit dim, because I was using this one LED, like a small lamp, and I don't think that was cutting it, because I feel like my videos are just not clear enough, and hopefully this will make it a lot clearer. I just have to kind of tweak how strong the light is, and I'm using two of them, and I just have to kind of to position them in a different way. I'm not sure, but hopefully when I view this on my computer it's a little bit clearer, and not as grainy. But today in this video, I still have to film my intro because I'm filming this part right now, but by now you've probably already seen the intro. Anyway, so in this video, I am going to show you how to make yet another ornament. And I saw a picture, here I'll show you, of a pillow when I went to World Market, and I thought it was pretty cool. Let's see if I can find it in here. Okay, so it's this pillow right here that I thought was pretty cool to make into an ornament. At first I wanted to make a pillow because that's what this is, but it would take just a little bit too long, so I'm gonna try my best to make this into a pillow. I mean, into an ornament. So the back is probably gonna be just a little bit plain, because you're only gonna see the, well, technically you're only supposed to see the front of the ornament unless it keeps turning. But to simplify this, I want to make the back plain, and I'm just gonna work on the front. And for this, I'm probably going to surface crochet the windows just so they're just a little bit better to see, or actually surface crocheting would be better if it was bigger. So I think I'm going to embroider it. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do the top, because I feel like surface crocheting would be way better for the top part, but we'll see where this goes. Anyway, let's start. And I'm actually using this lighter colored one, and it sort of not really matches that, but I do have a darker color in my stash over there, so I'm gonna use this light brown, which I think it's called Toffee or Taupe. I don't remember what it's called because my label is off of it. So I am going to start with this light brown color, and then the roof will be dark brown. And for this one, actually, I don't have my hooks. So let me go upstairs and I'm gonna go get it. I am going to use a 3.5 millimeter hook, and we are going to start by making a square sort of shape, and then we're gonna do the triangular part on top. So I'm trying to figure out how big this is gonna be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm thinking maybe 15 because we don't want it to be too big. We also don't want it to be too small because then the details are gonna get lost and they're gonna be just hard to embroider on. So I did a chain of 16, so that means we're gonna do 15 stitches across starting in the second chain from the hook. Okay, so I've reached this point and I think I want to stop because if I go further it might be a little too long. So I made almost a square. So as you can see I did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rows and now I'm going to start working on the roof. So the roof, I'm going to chain 1. Let's see, I want to decrease. So decrease once. And then I want to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then decrease. Okay, so where does that leave me? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, decrease. Okay, so 1 single crochet, and then another decrease, and then 3 single crochets. And then a decrease. So we did 4, well let's see, 1, 2, we did a decrease, 3 single crochets, a decrease, 1 single crochet, a decrease, 3 single crochets, and then a decrease. So now we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we decreased 4 times. So you see it's kind of going in more that way. So I chain 1 and I want to decrease, and then I'm only going to decrease at the end. So that's 1 decrease, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 single crochets, and then a decrease. So that row was one decrease, 7 single crochets, and then another decrease. So it's looking like this. Then I want to chain 1, and then I want to decrease again. So decrease at the beginning and the end. So a decrease, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets, and then another decrease. So a decrease, 5 single crochets, and then another decrease. Chain 1, another decrease at the beginning, and then we want to do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then a decrease. Chain 1, decrease, 1 single crochet, and then a decrease. Chain 1, and then we're going to do crochet 3 together. So now we've gotten our roof. So there's the front part, and then we're going to do another one of these, and that's going to be the back. I finished the back, and so they look exactly the same. And then I realized when I looked back at the picture, as you can see, it is a rectangle and not like, it's not pointy. And so I'm just gonna have to not do the top part, which I think it's fine. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe next time I will actually just make this pillow, but with the chunkier yarn and not this. So for this one, I'm only gonna make this part of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this. So this is actually a really fast ornament because I'm not going to make the sides of it. I'm just pretty much gonna crochet the edges together and then just stuff it just a little bit. So that's how I'm gonna make this ornament, and this is probably the fastest one so far. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna make for the next one. I might make a candy cane. That one probably will be a little bit faster. I'm not sure, but we'll see. I might add wire to that one just so it can bend a little bit or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, so I'm just gonna embroider the features on here, the windows, and then the door. I'm gonna actually crochet the door and then embroider this little, whatever, I don't know what that is. It looks like a flower, but it's green. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a green flower. And then the wreath and everything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. First, we're going to, so for this one, I didn't actually finish it off because I'm going to start crocheting the edges together when we're done embroidering and finishing all the details on the front. I have my white yarn here. So now I'm thinking I probably should have made this a little darker, but I think it's fine. For the next one, I will. This yarn is pretty much like all over the place. It's just a mess, but we will. Let's see, I'm trying to think. I guess I should do, I'm gonna do the door first. So for the door, I want to start with a half circle. The half circle, we're gonna do chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're gonna do 3 single crochets in the magic, or not the magic circle, and the second chain from the hook. So that's 3 single crochets, chain 1, and then we're gonna do 2 single crochets in each. So that's 3 increases. Well, it's hard to see when I'm holding my work like further away from my eyes because the filming is a little awkward sometimes. So if you see me kind of struggling, it's because it's not right in front of me where it should be. Okay, so then there's 3 increases, and then we're gonna go another row. So there's 1 single crochet and then an increase. We're gonna repeat that 3 times. Whoa. Okay, so when we look at the door, it does look like it's big enough. Wait. I think it needs to be skinnier because we need to make room for the windows. So this is going to be a pretty small door, actually. So, okay. So I stopped at 3 increases then. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stitches on this second row. So I think, yeah, I think that's a lot better. So then from here, we want to chain 1 because we were right here, right? And then we want to turn it and work on this side. So I chained 1, and then you just want to insert it here on in the same stitch that you worked on before. So you want to do 1 single crochet. Actually, let's see how many single crochets. So 1, you want to do 2 single crochets, and then 1 in the middle there, and then 1 here, and then 1 here, like in the last stitch right here, just so there's not just like a random corner right there that hasn't been filled out. I'm trying to zoom in so you guys can see what's going on a lot better. So sorry, the light is kind of making this. The white yarn is a little hard to see with the light because it's kind of like making it too bright. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to go in here, this last stitch, this stitch at the end right here, and then I'm gonna make 1 single crochet, and that's my last single crochet for this. So as you can see across, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 visible ones that are on this edge right here. So that's what we're going to be working on for the door. So let's see. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on this one, remember we had to do 2 single crochets when we turned it back to work on this back edge right here. But instead of going all the way over here to the first stitch we created when we turned it over, we're going to work on that last one right here. So we're only going to be working on these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets, 5 stitches, instead of going all the way over here, because I feel like that will make it go kind of too much over there and it won't be straight. It'll be kind of like crooked like this. So let's see how that goes. Chain 1 and then turn, and then we want to do 5 single crochets, and let's see how that looks before we move on and make another row. So I did 5, and I think 5 would be good, because if I did an extra one and went on that other, on the first single crochet, it would, well, it wouldn't not be as straight as it is right now, because right now this is pretty good. So that's 5 single crochets, chain 1, and then another 5 single crochets. So we're going to do this for a couple more rows. So right now that's the second row, and then chain 1, another row. So this is the third row, and remember it's only 5 single crochets. And let's see if that's long enough. I think that might be long enough. We don't want to make it too high because we still have to make the wreath up here. So I believe that's long enough. So we did 3 rows of 5 single crochets. All right, so we're going to sew this on, and the outside seems like it has a red border, a red and white border. So I'm going to try and see if it can emulate that on this. every time I look at this, it doesn't seem centered to me, but I think it's okay. And then we're just gonna tie these together and cut the loose ends. Okay, my card was full, so I don't know if part of that was cut off. Anyway, so at the end, wow, it's not centered. I don't know, it just doesn't look centered to me. Yeah, I think it's closer to this side. That's all right. Okay, so when you guys make it, just center it better than I did. Okay, so I want to make some sort of like stripe red border around the door. So let's see if this method works. I was just going to sew around the outer edge of the door, or the perimeter of the door. So I want to start, actually I want to start here. So I can, well, I guess I could start here. And let's see if this method works. I definitely did better on this side than this side. That looks a little straight, but I think it looks okay. Kind of looks like one of those mints, doesn't it? Anyway, I want to see, oh, that's right, there's a flower in the middle. So I think I want to take this into the middle. Let's see if we can actually make the flower, because it's getting a little small. So I just want to embroider the middle part of the flower and see if we can work on getting the green part around it. So let's see if this works. I'm just gonna keep on going in the middle like this. So that's what it looks like right now, and I'm just gonna try to put the green petals all the way around it. So it's time to hide the ends. Not hide the ends, but tie a knot with the ends and then cut them. Okay, so this one I'm just gonna do this. I am going to work on the windows first because I don't have any green right next to me right now, and I do have the white, so I'm gonna work on the windows. Let me look at the image again. All right, so the rest of it is actually mostly green, so I'm gonna work on the windows and hopefully it looks okay because mine is not exactly centered. I'm really bad at centering things. Okay, so this one I'm actually gonna start, let's see, where does, oh, it starts closer to the bottom. So 2 rows up from the bottom, so pretty much the second row up, and kind of like 1 stitch away from the door. Needle here and go up this way. So you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows high. Alright, so that's what I did for the window. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm gonna use this green for the wreath. So it's gonna just be a lighter green. So for the wreath, I think I want to see if I can surface crochet it. Okay, so we're gonna start here because it's a pretty large wreath. So I'm going to insert my hook here and start working my way around and try to form a circle that's fairly centered. So I'm gonna do a slip stitch all the way around, trying to make that circle shape. Well, it's not bad. Yeah, I think I'm happy with how it turned out. Sew this into the wrong side so we can tie it together. I'm going to add some, actually, I want to do this first. So now that I created the circle, I want to create those little, the leaves, I believe, that come out of there. So I want to do that. So I'm just going to embroider all the way around it, starting from here. So let's see, I want it to be going, I guess, this way. Let's see if this looks good. Oh, not bad. Okay, and I also want to go on the other side. Okay, so there's what the wreath looks like. So now I'm going to add the berries. fairly even, maybe a little bit uneven, but I think I am happy with how it's turning out. So now I'm going to tie this, and then we're about ready to close this up. We'll see if we're going to add the snow, because I'm not sure if I want to do that yet. So I'm going to crochet this on, if I can find my hook. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. I don't want, so since this is the back, I probably should have made this the front, because when I crochet these two together, this is going to look like the back. So what I want to do is chain one, turn, and so I can crochet from here instead. So pretty much just grab the edges and just do, let's see, what do I do? A slip stitch all the way around. So I'm just trying my best to crochet the edges together. Well, let's see, this one, I just want to be able to grab. Okay, so in the corner, it does get tricky. In the corner, I would probably, you know what, I'm going to chain two and then go around the corner, because I don't want it to stretch too much and it'll look weird. So that chain two is going to allow me to go around the corner without it looking like it's too stretched out. Here's where I'm gonna stuff this just a little bit, not too much, and then I will be right back. All right, I actually stuffed it quite a bit because I didn't want these corners to look too flat. So it has a good amount of stuffing in there. You just wanna make sure that you spread it out so it doesn't look uneven. And then you're gonna do a slip stitch all the way around to close it up. Okay, so right when you get here, try to see if you can spread out the stuffing by kind of just squishing it all around, making sure it's even. All right, so this is what I figured to do. So since you have all these stitches, right, that you can see from all the slip stitches that you did when you attached the two layers, I figured that I could try to crochet loops all the way down just to simplify it. So what I did, well, when I was trying to experiment earlier, is to insert your hook right at the corner here, where the corner is for the house, And then you want to pull up a loop through that. And then, let's see if I can just untangle this. I want to do, let's see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, a chain 4. And you see how low this gets, or how long this is right here. So I want to do a chain 4, and then however low this is, like how low hanging it is, you want to sort of attach it to the house. Well, not sort of, you want to attach it to the house. Like this. So you want to insert your hook through the front of the house here on the bottom here, you can see, right? So then you want to create a slip stitch here. I'm sorry, I'm just like turning it around all over. Okay, as you can see, it's already attached. So you want to do another chain 4, because this is how long this was. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you want to do a slip stitch with this next stitch right here. See that? And then do a slip stitch with the next one. And then you do a chain 1, 2, 3. Trying not to make them the same size. So that's 3. So once you get to like here, you probably just connect it here. Do another slip stitch. And then do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So however many chains you do while you go down, you do the same amount while you go up, and do a slip stitch with the next stitch, and then another slip stitch with the next stitch, and then a chain 1, 2, 3, and then a slip stitch right here. Wait, let's see, where do I want to put it? Here, just so it's straight down. Yeah, it's not wanting to go through. Hold on, let me do that again. Okay, so slip stitch straight down, and then I want to put it through this stitch. It's kind of tricky when it's a chain. Oh. And then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then slip stitch with the next stitch up here. And then another slip stitch with the next stitch. So as you can see, it looks like there's snow going down. So we're going to do that all the way around. So you want to do chain 1, 2, actually I want to do just 2, so the one at the top is not so long. So I only did a chain 2, and then I'm going to do a slip stitch here. There, and then 1, 2, and then a slip stitch. I'm trying to find the next one. And this next stitch, it's hard to go through when it's tighter. Yeah, okay. Then we'll do a slip stitch in the next stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and then I want to do it here. So that's what you're doing pretty much, just doing chains, attaching, and slip stitching. One, two, three. It's hard to do a slip stitch on a chain. One, two, three. Let's see, how many did we do here? We did 3. Okay, so this is the last one. So this is chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. So as you can see, there's a bunch of icicles that are coming, or snow that's coming down the roof, which is a lot better than before, because before it looks so plain. So I think what I want to do is do another row, or not row, but like another strip of slip stitches with the white, just so it would look a little bit more finished at the top. So what I want to do is, so after that, I just want to do one little last slip stitch here at the very last corner, because I didn't end up reaching that exactly like I did on the other side. So I'm gonna have to cut off this yarn and start over on this side. Or I could just cut a very long tail, kind of guessing how far it is, just because I don't want to have to hide that end. So I'm hoping this is long enough, just so I can start crocheting from that side instead, because it's gonna look way better. Okay. Okay, we've reached this end. Now we're going to do stitches around this, just so it looks more finished and better. Okay, so I'm just going to insert my hook there, and then I'm going to pull up a loop like this, and then I'm going to try to crochet onto here. It's kind of hard because there's already stuff on it. Okay, let's figure this out. Okay, just try your best to do single crochets all the way around, just so you get a thicker border around this, around the snow. It might be a little difficult because you've already crocheted through those stitches. And this is totally optional, by the way. Okay. So I'm just trying my best to fill in the gaps. So as you can see, the gaps are filled out a lot better, and it doesn't look like this, where it looks unfinished. This one looks a lot better on the edge, the top of the roof. that is the end of the roof. So as you can see, it looks a lot better. So now I'm going to hide the ends. Now there's only 2 ends to hide instead of 4. If I would have added another yarn on the other side, it would have been 4 ends. Now I'm going to finish that off, and if you want, you could probably just hide it on the back because you don't really look at the back, or at the top here you could hide it at the top. So usually I do a long loop. 1, 2, 3. 4, 25. I think 25 is enough. Now I just need to attach this. So pretty much just slip stitch it to the other side. Make sure to try to center it. Okay, there you have it. Oh wow, was this across this entire time? Oh my gosh. Well, that's horrible. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. It's just, I have so many wires all over the place. And sorry, I'm just like moving the camera now just because I don't want the wire to be... Wow. Was that wire... Okay. Anyway, I hope that wasn't too distracting because with all the wire and all the yarn all over the place. So hopefully that was all right. Oh my gosh. Here's the ornament, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in the outro. So that's pretty much it for this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed making this little ornament, and let me know in the comments below what you would suggest me make for the next ornament video or anything in general. But I really like making ornaments. They're really great gifts. Family members, teachers, bus drivers, anybody really, because they can just put it on their tree every year. So it's something they can remember you by, and it's a really great gift, I think. So let me know what other great gifts you think I should be making on this channel. I haven't really been doing that sort of stuff. I've just been making my own things, and I did keep on saying that I'm making Noko, and he is coming soon. I just want to be able to get all these ornaments out and get all the Christmas makes out before Christmas actually gets here, so that you guys can make it before Christmas is here if you're thinking of what to make for gifts. And I just didn't want to miss out on that opportunity to let you know what you can make. And yeah, this is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!